they move towards Manila, and certainly looking to do very well here at Epicenter. In terms of the way that they match up, there's an interesting little storyline, little thread in there. They mentioned the defense 5 against Liquid. Since then, Liquid have always been the bridesmaid. What's occurring with them? Why are they not able to just make that extra? You know, every time they get to the final, you think, this is it, this is the one, and then they've fallen over against Wings. Damn, that was so close. What is it about them that stops them winning a title?
I think they've just got unlucky. Like there's one team that shines. Like Wings, I don't think anyone went into that tournament.
No one had them on their radar, did they?
And Liquid just get caught out.
Yeah.
I think that they have a team that is, like, is going to be strategically really sound because of Kuro. He has some pretty innovative ideas for most patches. They've got some players, they've got players on the team that will shine at the right times, but I think it's just like they just don't seem to hit like their full momentum. Or something about it. It's like every single time I look at Liquid, it's not a team that I look at and it's like, oh, they're going to get first place at this tournament. I look at them going, they're going to get top 3. And that's how I see them, right? It's just something about it is that something they're not going to perform all the way to their peak standard when push comes to shove. And I'm not sure exactly why. I think the only person...
we can keep that conversation going, but the draft is ready, so let's pop the draft up and we'll get into there, and we'll continue to talk about Liquid as well as the bans come in.
I think it's a bit limited on the fact that they focus on the same kind of heroes in drafts. Like, I feel like they're all very talented players. I'm sure they have huge hero pools, but it seems like they go with the same kind of heroes in their drafts to try to keep to a sort of formula. And maybe what happens is they encounter a team, usually in the finals. They went on a dream run because they figured out the right heroes or what's a little bit better, actually, and they get crushed in that way. Because every single time that happens, the finals, man.
Well, let's find out how they go through the draft. OG are going to go with Beastmaster straight off the bat. No real big surprises. The IO's been banned out, so... Interesting. We wondered whether that would be targeted.
All right, and I think great picks here for Team Liquid. There was a game that Liquid played against Cole, game 1. Cole went for the all tanky cores with lots of armlets, and Earth Spirit just wrecked that strat. And I think that's with Magnetize, exactly. And that's one thing that I think that is the solution towards armlets and Dragon Knights and things like that right now, is they need to have magic nukes that can kill those heroes in those 10 to 15 minute fights.
I was kind of expecting the Earth Spirit Darkseer as the opening, but the Doom is still fine. This probably means that our Doom is going to be a off-lane Doom. I'm not the biggest fan. I much prefer the 4-position Doom, but as long as they're running some sort of aggro dual line, I think it makes up for some pretty obvious weaknesses of Doom. Starting out with no armor and current patch that is very physical damage and even minus armor heavy, it's kind of dangerous for that person, right? We've seen that a couple times. Most notable was like Swindles when he played the Doom offlane. He died over and over again to Slardar.
I want to talk about this ET pick because yesterday it was picked 5th, which was sort of okay. Everyone figured that was all right. Today it got picked 3rd, and we were all a bit like, "Ooh, second phase pick. Well, that seems a bit strange." Second pick now?
Yeah, this is something that Shiva and I were talking about earlier, is that the kind of meta shift or the style of drafting within tournaments developed very quickly, and I think prime example is Frankfurt Major last year, where Dazzle was picked very rarely. But as it progressed through, and especially as Secret and OG went through the tournament, Dazzle went from being a 5th pick to like, yeah, we'll pick Dazzle at the end just for the grave and a bit of armor here and there.
But that sort of makes more sense though, Gareth, doesn't it? Because it kind of opens the draft up, and USD leaves them plenty of different options. King and ET in this.
It's a bit more interesting.
It protects you, basically. It's the same reason that Earth Spirit was picked here in the first round, despite the hero getting nerfed and Boulder Smash being worse. They need solutions against ultra tanky lineups. Because there's been so many games now of this tournament, especially in the last day or two, where they just grab Huskar or Dragon Knight and they get Armlet and they just win the game. If your opponent has a solution against that and you don't, then your opponent can just ban out the counters and they can be free to pick all of the best tanky cores like Dragon Knight.
We're going to see if that's the bans now, because that in theory should be the bans, shouldn't it?
But they can also pick them now because they have some minus armor as well through Elder Titan. Both teams have some good solutions in their early game to those tanky heroes.
Yeah, we're going to see those kind of heroes being prioritized more. In fact, Kevin and I just got done with Complexity going for a 1-2 of Ancient Apparition and
some other state
Yeah, we've
hero.
been talking about the
Yeah.
AA as a first pick for a little while, and it's finally happened. I think Gareth actually called that one yesterday, so
Yeah, so
it's
if
been
you're
coming.
Yeah, if you're naturally going to become tanky, then like Elder Titan's a great response. Takes away your resistance, makes heroes squishier, and it's percentage-based damage on the Earth Splitter, which we've seen some pretty good success with that. Plus, it couples with really popular heroes right now, like the Mirana, like free arrow shots all day, every day. But sure enough, they actually give one of the heroes that's affected by Elder Titan kind of the most in the Dragon Knight.
Yeah.
Don't think the aura applies to Dragon Knight's passive though.
That's
I
bonus
think it's
armor on top.
separate. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't remove that, but he still does have pretty high base armor.
So we haven't had the Phoenix actually because it's been banned most games. Actually, it's been
And
kept out of the pool.
And Newbie were one of the teams that really kind of abused Phoenix the most over the past couple of weeks. And again, it's another hero that's both good at dealing with tanky heroes, but also keeping your tanky heroes alive with that Sunray and having that percentage-based heal when you're pushing high ground, especially. It's very good at that.
It does
And,
do pure
there's the
damage
jug.
though, right? Sunray is pure damage, so it doesn't actually stack well with Elder Titans. So they're getting some anti-synergy there.
Yeah, and now they've got percentage-based damage into a percentage-based heal from Juggernaut with the Healing Ward. Juggernaut's kind of constantly be one of the favored carries for various reasons. It deals with the aggro dual lanes that are being run pretty well. It combos really well with the strength heroes that are being run, and all around just a nice carry to have that keeps tempo pretty well as well.
And Vlad's is now a super value pickup for Liquid, as they do have 4 melee heroes. Actually, almost all melee heroes this game.
I'm a little bit concerned about the support combination of Elder Titan Phoenix. You have to have really solid disables to couple with a Phoenix, and Elder Titan can be a little hit and miss, a little.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that actually. Their early game rotations might be a bit weak. Phoenix is mostly gonna have to prioritize his levels, I guess. I mean, it's a great Supernova game with this many melee heroes. It's very fantastic.
But now they get a hero that sets all of this up.
Such good team fight on OG. But I definitely am scared about their early game.
Right.
And I'm slightly surprised about this considering how OG played their previous series. It was literally all in push strats. Changing it up. They have more strats than just that one.
It's also kind of interesting if you look towards objective taking, and especially the Roshan pit, I think, here for Team Liquid on the dire side. You know, Juggernaut sure with the healing ward, they've got Sustain through Scorched Earth as well, but they don't have a great way to kill Roshans. This is going to be mainly about like fighting around things. So I think OG have the right idea in looking to defend their tier 1s with big team fight ultis.
I suppose you're right. They could still grab like Avenge though.
True, get the Wave of Terror going.
I was thinking Bench would probably be one of the highest profile heroes for Liquid at this point. Minus armor, saving mechanism against Void and Beastmaster.
Yeah.
I think even if you don't get that, another defensive hero that's still in the pool, something like the Dazzle, which can be considered. Not a terrible fan of it most of the time, but I think you've got enough disables on Team Liquid at that point.
That's sort of okay here. I would definitely prefer Avenge, though.
Agreed.
For all the reasons you mentioned. Very likely it's banned, though.
Dazzle was first phase banned.
Oh, was it? Oh, Dazzle was, okay.
Oh, it
No,
was.
not
I didn't
Avenge,
even
though.
notice that. With Dazzle.
Yeah,
That's definitely a targeted.
exactly. They
against
don't
OG.
want him to do that death five man. They just executed it so well. I don't know who they've been practicing it against, but I'm sure they found some team and they practiced the 5-man. It was so effective the way they did that.
Yeah, that was a Huskar game as well, wasn't it? I know Dazzle Huskar.
Yeah, Huskar, Dragon Knight, and Bristleback with
Bristleback
a
was the
mech
other one,
pipe.
yeah.
Like, how do you kill that?
Yeah, there was a decent number of those Frankfurt heroes that came back into the meta this patch.
Yeah, it's funny actually. OG's first
Huskar,
game against the Lions
Alchemist.
almost reminded me a little bit of Frankfurt in the way that they drafted. It was almost like, oh, we've got back in a TARDIS here and gone back in time or something.
Even the offlane is a little bit better for Moon Meander, who was notorious last patch for complaining about how the offlane was very simple, Iron Talon gaming and that sort of thing. We've gotten a little bit away from that, and the offlane is a little bit more dynamic. You can get some more aggressive style offlaners rather
Also,
than the
shout
farmers.
out to Moon Meander as well. Glad you brought him up because we shouted out to Miracle for being near 9k MMR the other day. But Moon's also very close to 9k MMR right now.
What's
Ridiculous.
Yeah, like 1,200 points away, right?
No, he's not that far away.
Did he tweet that? Are you talking about his tweet?
Yeah, he was only like 2 games away.
Wasn't that
Moon
everybody said it was
Oh, was it?
Miracle's
It's a
account?
couple of games.
That was a miracle.
Everybody said it was Miracle's account.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah.
changed the name and tweeted
Yeah,
it.
that's
Moon
fine.
was trolling people.
Yeah, I'm
That's
pretty
funny.
sure he's just trolling.
No shout out for Moomiander for trolling.
Got you, man. Got you. The double troll. So where's the Void going? We thought Beastmaster would be offlane. We thought Elder Time Phoenix were
I
support.
think it's a safe lane Void. I think it's
Invoker,
the carry Void.
Okay.
Miracle Voker.
Yeah, maybe we'll see a little bit of
like
Radiance
it.
action. A little bit of Vanguard, a little bit of Radiance.
Not bad. Would keep them all. Yeah, if he just stays alive, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're talking about survivability, right, Purge? And we casted the game where Juggernaut, gets the Vanguard build. We're talking about like these heroes just kind of like going for that. The Faceless Void carry is that times 10.
Yeah. Close quarter combat with Radiance mischance as well against all these melee heroes.
Yeah, I'm worried about Doom though, because if he gets doomed, then it's I mean, still Radiance burns, I guess, and they can still keep him alive with Phoenix. I guess it's okay.
But it is interesting that Liquid have either banned out or picked all the heroes that OG used in their first 2 matches against the Alliance so far.
I don't think that's super surprising though.
No.
I mean, everybody is playing DK now, and nobody even goes drum anymore. It's literally treads wand armlet every single game. The value is too high. But against a Phoenix, Elder Titan, Invoker, tons of nuke damage here, and really good team fight as well.
Yeah, Phoenix was like a Liquid specialty that we saw at Shanghai that actually turned out to be like quite good for some other teams as well. But the thing was, in this patch, it almost feels to be stronger. If this is going to be a strength meta where a lot of heroes are getting free armor and such, pure percentage-based damage is awesome.
The Enchantress, which has sneaked through undetected.
I like it.
Whereas
not
it's been banned quite an awful lot.
Yeah.
Very quickly then, let's go down the row. Gareth, quick 10 seconds.
I really don't know. I think it's really too close. I'm a OG.
Wow, that was very fence-sitting of you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Liquid. Enchantress will make space, and they've got tanky cores.
Okay, Cap. Yeah, straightforward.
Yep.
Straightforward as it comes. Nicely done, panel. Split decisions once again from the judges here on the panel. Time to head over now to the commentary desk. Odie Pixel is waiting.
Indeed, thank you very much, Red Eye. Here we have it. Liquid versus OG. It's myself and Gods, and what a couple of lineups we've got. We are going to be treated to what looks to be no tail on the Faceless Void. We're going to see a very nearly 9k Invoker from Mr. Miracle himself, something that I feel like we haven't been treated to for a while, and wow, this is going to be good. I mean, people were excited to see what some of the top tier teams would be doing on this patch, and here at Epicenter, we're really seeing some kind of crazy stuff come out.
Yeah, and Miracle's Invoker was just one of the best when this hero was being picked all the time. It was one of those heroes that really rose to prominence under this OG team, so really looking forward to see him playing that. And I mean, they get a bit out of their comfort zone, it feels, with the IO plus Dazzle as the first bans, but they've adjusted, picked up a Phoenix Elder Titan support duo. Curious to see how they make this one work.
Absolutely. Well, here just starting off trading a few blows around the bouncy rim, but I will go for the lineup here for both sides so we can see what we've got coming into the game. It's going to be Fly, of course, on that support. Phoenix Crit on a hero that we do know to be a hero that does enjoy playing, that Elder Titan. Miracle, the showman himself on his Invoker. Moon on the offlane, Beastmaster, and of course something a little bit different, but I'm excited to see it. No tail on that safe lane Void. Over on the side of Liquid, it's going to be Kuroki on the Enchantress. Joining forces there with Jerax on the signature Spirit hero. Seen its ups and downs, but we have certainly seen that people are still able to do a lot on this ban, and mind control on your offlane Doom up towards the middle. Liquid got Banta on that Dragon Knight, and to finish it off, Matumba Man on the Juggernaut. I mean, looking at the two drafts, the two lineups, who do you feel is have the more comfortable game? In your eyes, who's got kind of the OG got the OG draft, has Liquid got a more liquidy draft?
I think it's neither team's totally in their comfort zone. Like some of the Liquid picks you see, like taking away the DK was a bit of a block pick after OG ran it both games. And Liquid don't really have strong lanes in the sense that they're two supports. One of them is going to be roaming, and one's in the jungle. So there's no like stable laning support to help secure them early game farms. So very likely OG can contest the lanes a bit, but similarly on the OG side, you've got a bit of conventional support as well. Phoenix and Elder Titan, perhaps a little bit more laning presence coming out from these two, but it's going to be really up to Kuro to get a lot done out of this jungle. Starting in a very unconventional place, he could have actually taken a courier snipe here, but didn't. Oh, he's going to go. Turn his head around.
Вечный просто Маус, пожизненно Маус
Looks like he was spotted.
You can see they're being very careful with the positioning in that top
на
lane.
топе у нас у команды
Laying him
OG
to the
Крит, мы
Timber Man
видим на
here.
Elder Титане гоняет
Absolutely
Матумба
beaten
Мэна,
down on
Elder
this poor
Титан,
old
который у нас
Juggernaut.
чаще
Yeah, and this is where having the Spirit plus the jungle Enchantress really gives you weak lanes. And the fact that you've seen Kuro on the Enchantress in that position there gives them a ton of information. They now know his ganks and rotations will either be going towards mid lane
lane on Miracle or towards the bottom lane to help out the off-lane Doom.
Let's see how Miracle plays around this one. Already coming in with a satire blast that will chase him down. Fodder and Kuroki, have they got the damage to deal with it? Dragon Breath's going to bring him fairly low, but Miracle should be just about fine. I mean, that satire blast, one more right click might actually do it. We'll see how far he's willing to dive. He's got down the ice. Is he going to be on point? How good is purple balls? It is! Kuroki there with first blood. I mean, they started to draw, they knew he was around. Didn't matter, he's just taking down Miracle on his Invoker. What a way for Liquid to start the game.
Absolutely. Miracle, just overestimating how tanky he was. He waited a long time to use that Tango. Could have actually dropped the branch even to Tango up, but respecting the Kuroki rotations.
Just what a way to start. Yeah, Kuroki just goes back to the camp. He's like, alright, let's just continue doing this.
He's got a Wild Gun Tornado. It's all about shutting down the mid Invoker this time around. And well, if there's a play to shut down an OG, it's definitely Miracle.
Absolutely, yeah, if they can keep control of the Invoker, find the space from the other lanes and go so far towards the top lane.
Мне напоминает групповой этап шанхайского мейджора, и
Jerax just kind of trading hits it.
Стратегии, и получалось
Nice aggressively forcing Jerax back behind the tower. Beastmaster to back him up. I mean, this is a really beefy offlane combination, isn't it? The Beastmaster and the Elder Titan.
Oh yeah, and they've got boots up on both heroes, so there's a lot of chasing potential. And both Earthspirit and Jug have to be very careful with that.
Miracle! Oh, Kuroki, you've not just gone and done it again for a second time within 3 minutes. The Sunstrike will be dropped down. It's going to go down again. Mid lane is getting absolutely trashed by this Enchantress. Kuroki, he's giggling all the way to the bank here.
Absolutely. What Miracle's trying to cold snap and sunstrike the safety, that's how you know things are not going well for him. Almost saves his life with that cold snap. Kuroki has the last laugh. Miracle's TP'd right back in, already taking harass, taking a breathe fire, and now we see Crit rotate back into his own jungle just to try and offer some assistance.
Мун, проблема у него огромная, раскрутился здесь Мату момент, то есть Бигмуна, да, его еще засловили. Огромные травмы Муна, кушает Фарифай, команда нужно засловить Мату.
Quite close the gap, and yeah, he's got the sound, so means that he gets himself back into fighting shape. And on this top lane, he's been able to fight quite a bit. He's 12 for 6 on the Beastmaster, 3.5 minutes in. This is a really strong start for Beastmaster.
They did manage to deward behind the mid lane that observer that Kuro planted, so that's going to make life a little bit easier for them as far as protecting Miracle, but
Опять-таки, оба фрага, напомню, еще
perhaps one of the weaknesses with this OG support duo is that they don't really offer enough in the laning stage.
They roll in with Jerax, they go in with a Blade Fury, a little bit of a miscontrol there. They don't actually manage to focus the same target now. Sunstrike from Miracle, alright. He's getting he's turning his game back on after a bit of a beat down at the start. Jerax going with the TP, but the Stomp's there to cancel it. The Sunray will continue. Jerax stuck in the tree without mana, without any escape of Crit. He's going to run down. One more smack to the back on top of it, but I can't quite dive the tower, so Jerax lucky to get away with his life there. Oh no! Poor old Miracle! This is so much hate on the mid lane. I mean, this is how I can imagine, he goes into his pub games, everyone's like, let's kill Miracle, alright? He's the guy who's nearly 9k. That's exactly the approach that Kuroki's taking this game, and he's made it his sole job and sole purpose to just really screw up Miracle.
So what you're saying is Miracle's fighting, because this is how he's used to play, you know?
That's actually the thing, Miracle will be used to this kind of pressure, if not even more. So there's definitely the potential for Miracle to come back off a bad start, but I mean, my goodness, Liquid is certainly making sure that he has one of those.
And he's playing a hero in Invoker that can get kills without even having wall farming. He can just throw Sunstrike out to last, hit kills with raw targets, chronosphere targets, and that's probably just going to become part of the game plan for the OG side.
I mean, that really is the thing. If this game ends up to turn around, you know, it gets to the point where we see OG eventually win, if that's going to be the outcome, I want people to remember where Miracle was at the start. Maybe in another bit of a tricky situation, the body block from Kuroki. Look at his control here. With the center, it's going to be just about doing it again. One more touch again. Kuroki's on a killing spree. 5 minutes in. Miracle, 4 deaths. I mean, OG, they are just going all in on this Invoker.
For Invoker. This reminds me of the game where Sumail was playing mid at DHC, where he's just like 0-5 in the first 6 or 7 minutes.
Right, look at this bottom lane. OG wanting to find something in return, and again, there you go, talking about that Sunstrike coming through, going forward the Time Walk, no tail, will get the beat down. In fact, in return, they'll lose the Phoenix. No tail, looking for Jerax, getting the bashes out. Kuroki's turned up though. Kuroki may be able to save Jerax here, trying to save the Earthspirit, won't work, and Nota, he's just bashing him here. He's given a right proper bash, he's found himself too. He won't be able to get Kuroki.
Oh, he might. He's looking for... That's a level 4 bash.
If he gets a bash.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a great bit of play there for Notel. Just casually walking up to heroes, right-clicking them and getting himself a double kill on the Void. He's level 7 now at 6 minutes in.
Yeah. I think they ideally want to try to have the Invoker last hit the kills with Sunstrike, but the first one on the Doom, they only barely get. The Scorched Earth is something you've got to kind of respect and not let get too much, but... Top lane, OG have smoked up. They're gunning for the Juggernaut kill.
Moon's just turned 6. They've got the Primal Rod to set this one up. Moving in. There's your Sunstrike we talked about. And again, this is the power of the Invoker. Doesn't matter how much of a bad start you have in the lane. As you said, he's still involved with the kills and still going to be getting that gold.
Yeah, they're going to probably just keep using these two heroes to set up kills around the map. Whenever they've got Chronosphere or Roar, that's when you want to... This is like the stage of the game where OG want to be chewing through their smokes, finding those pickoffs and finding ways for to create space for Invoker, not just getting him kills, but this draws attention away from Miracle.
Top lane, Liquid, Jerax and Fata maybe looking to see if they can find something. This time the punishment onto Kuroki. Fly comes in, helps out Miracle, take himself the kill back. Well, Crit stuck in the tree line, trying to hold that with a stomp, but Fata's found him and Liquid. They should be able to get themselves a freebie here for the Dragon Knight, and they do. They'll burn down the Elder Titan. So 5 for 6. It's still a very different game. Everything feels a little bit weird here, Gods. It's just what is going on between these two sides?
Yeah, and even just like you've got this Void just free farming away in the safe lane, but it's the DK of Fata who's the top red winner, 4.3k net worth, a full 1,000 net worth ahead of the Void with the tower as well as the kills. He's going to have a very fast armlet up this game.
Oh, hello, Fly. Oh. All right, nice Omni Slash, mate. And dive, very nice there for Fly on his Icarus.
And they know about his rotation down bottom, so OG can either set up to defend this tower or at least make sure they get the hell out of there.
Well, Notel, look at this as well. He wants to set something up onto Mind Control, jumps forward, props the Chrono, no messing around here with the Sunstrike, the Sun Ray, all the Suns coming in onto Mind Control. He's gone. We'll take down one, Matuma Man going in with the Blade Fury, trying to turn around onto Notel. The damage won't be there though. Now Matuma Man, Kuroki and Jerax have to back off. Jerax sticking around on the sidelines, but at the same time, it's going to be back straight up to the top lane here for Notel. As he's going to come up and join Moon. It looks like he wants to get himself to the secret shop.
Bit of a interesting, doesn't have Chronosphere, and perhaps thinking they were going to get a Roar off, but out of the Void's top, I'm not sure what the overall plan is for OG. Probably just has to rotate back in the jungle. They can't defend bottom lane too easily.
Crit is in a lot of trouble. Jerax comes around with the setup. He looks for a stomp to try and save himself. He gets it off, but he's going to be sleeping for longer. 17 seconds down.
Yeah, this bottom tier 1 tower should be a freebie for Liquid. If you're OG, you want to just farm other lanes, apply pressure, even get out the Fort Spirits to chip away at this mid tier 1 tower. And Invoker is very close. He's got Midas. At 9 minutes in, Midas.
An Invoker that's kind of got beaten down very severely in the mid lane. That's what you get for nearly being 9k. That's as you said, just all right. Pretty good timing here from the man, considering the circumstances.
Yeah, I mean,
very good timing.
You walk into a game saying hearing you're going to get 9 minute Midas, you probably think, yeah, it's not great, but it's an acceptable timing.
Yeah. Oh, mid lane, leading in with the Roar. Eyes on to Buttering again. The Sunstrike flies through. He's going to fall low. Can they take it? They will. DK down. Jerax has come in with the cold snaps there for Miracle. He's looking for more and he's going to find it. A second one there for OG. And certainly at this point of the game, you know, Invoker sitting on 4k gold. You've all but forgotten the start that was given against him. He does not care. Now, Miracle is back where he would have been, you know, regardless.
Just throwing Sunstrikes. He's been in 7 of these 8 kills with his Sunstrikes. Fly, though, he's been the one actually rotating to get involved, using the Sunray for some incredible early game DPS, and that's something which Liquid just haven't had good answers to. Phoenix, one of their heroes, which is actually, on paper, a fantastic counter to these tanky strength cores because it is percent-based damage coming out from the Sunray, pure damage as well. Perhaps the hero we'll start seeing more of as this tournament goes on. OG doing a really good job to turn things around. It's still a very farmed Dragon Knight, but it's their 3 cores who are hot in pursuit as far as farm goes.
It's going to be interesting to see what the build is here for Notel. I mean, what do you imagine he's going to get on this Void? Does he still get the Vlads first with that mask, or are we going to see him go for some more kind of bigger carry items first? Or will he just get that aura to help the team out?
The casual mask just for the jungle farming. It gives you sustain to just, it means you can farm neutral camps, ancients even. So it is very much just a farming item on itself, but the Vlad's upgrade kind of an optional thing for him. He'd rather be looking to transition to a kind of core hero. As far as core, I mean like a true carry when you've got a Beastmaster and an Invoker on your team. So he is going to be the main physical damage in the late game.
They smoke up. They just scanned it. They know someone's in the nearby vicinity, and they found him. Crit being caught out by Jerax. Mind control and Fada. They'll chase him down, and they'll take him down. Quick slap from the stick of Jerax, and that'll be another kill here for Liquid. 8 for 8 at the moment, 11 minutes in. This is, I don't know, as you kind of said, it's a close one to call still, but I think, as we can see for the network, just slightly across the board, better farm for OG's 3 cores.
And speaking of N0tail going carry mode, he's actually picked up a Mask of Madness.
Oh,
so he's going
2015? I mean, this is, you know, we do not see this every day now in the Void. This is something that's really fallen off, and over time has gone on well. Miracle. Let's see him 8k his way out this one. Oh, he might just do it here. He's going to get some backup. The Stomp's actually going to hold back the side. Oh, he's gone. Oh, no, he's still alive. He's still... No, he's going to go. He's going to go. He's fallen. They will find the Earth Spirit in trade, Liquid. They're moving in for more. See if they can catch out either Crit or N0tail. It's not going to be the case there. So just a 1-for-1, but a 1-for-1 that Liquid will be happy taking, of course. Getting that kill onto Miracle. Liquid now looking to put on the pressure.
From behind comes Moon, though. He's got a Raw plus Necrobook.
Okay. There's no Chronosphere, of course, though, for this fight. We'll see what they can do without the Invoker on the sidelines. They found Fly, or has Fly found them? He's eyeing up Croaky. There's the Raw. So hold back Matuma Man, and now he's from the sidelines with the Supernova. It's going to be a big one as well, with the Stomp onto Matuma Man, holding them close. No one to take down the Nova. Will come out. Stuns onto Mind Control. They have lost the Void, though. N0tail goes down, roll in onto Fly, silenced up. They'll kill the Phoenix off. Double kill for Vata. Moon. Running back Miracle, he's turned back in and just casually picks off Kuroki there with the Forge Spirits. Now moving in for more. The Stomp to set up onto Mind Control. Sunstrike's going to be off point. Can Miracle control this? Doom doesn't look like he can.
Yeah,
Mind Control will be given the chance to walk away.
Nicely timed armlet toggles from Fata, and unfortunately OG couldn't quite find the counter kills they're hoping for. The Mask of Madness kind of backfiring on N0tail. He took a lot of bonus damage as a result, got blown up by the Breathe Fire. And it was just everything, the execution that team fight was just slightly off from OG. The Beastmaster comes in from the flank, holds on to the Raw because he doesn't want to use it on the Jug immediately, gets scattered out, means Jug gets off the Blade Fury. He gets rawed during Blade Fury, which is actually good for Liquid. It means he's not burning away the Jug's mana, he's not getting that initial kill. The Egg follow-up is also not in the, isn't really synergized perfectly with the Beastmaster Raw as well, so Liquid managed to maneuver around the big ultimates of OG there.
I mean, there's still N0tail's Void, as you said, on top of the Mask of Madness. What does he go for? Is he going to be the Maelstrom that we used to kind of see on the Mask of Madness build?
There's a good chance he still just goes into a Manta Style. I think Manta Style's a nice kind of hybrid item, gives you some damage as well as survivability.
Miracle caught out by the Boulder Smash, but again, the Stomp from Crit beautifully holding back Fata and Mind Control. Very nicely done. I mean, this Elder Titan play is so good for disengaging with a huge AoE of those stomps with the Spirit out.
Yeah, Crit's been hitting some really clutch stuns, set up fights, and also just to kind of disengage from some bad fights. So Liquid back off a little bit now, but it is OG with ultimates online. This Chronosphere plus Earth Splitter. I mean, Chronosphere with Earth Splitter, with Phoenix, with the Sunray as well as Supernova is just brutal this game.
I'm talking about this as well. We've seen Matuma Man pick up the Vanguard. This was something I believe he did earlier against Complexity. This potentially the new build for Jugs. Is there a reason why he's doing it in these kind of games?
So he can survive this. That's why he's doing it, but we'll see if he actually can.
I mean, I don't know what kind of item you could buy to save yourself from a Sunstrike and an Earth Split to the backside. That was pretty brutal.
It meant OG had to commit like an extra spell. If he doesn't have the Earth Splitter not being there, may have been enough to keep him alive. But and for Jug, it is the most cost-effective kind of survivability item in the game at that kind of price point. So ideally, he's just looking to survive a Chronosphere. That situation, not possible with the amount of damage follow-up.
I guess it's something as well you get for what kind of a self-sustain while you're jungling rather than getting like the lifesteal on the hero.
Yeah. The lifesteal option helps you farm, and gives you some sustain to jungle up with, but doesn't give you the survivability in a team fight. And Liquid like to kind of hit these mid-game timings. Like the game they won early was a 90-minute victory.
Yes, it was something like 27 to 9 or so. It was pretty heavy.
And that's when you're pushing and taking towers at this timing where Vanguard's really powerful. So he gets like this Vanguard plus Manta Style, and you just hit this really strong window where your opponents don't have a good way to defend the push. DK fits into that timing really well. He comes strong around 15 to 20 minutes with this Treads armlet, and he just takes objectives incredibly fast.
And this is nice as well. Liquid, they've gone into the pit, and it looks like OG. Are they aware of this? They do have 4 groups around the mid. We'll see if they start to make a movement over. Yeah, the line's being drawn. And they're smoking and wrapping around. This could be big. They should be able to get there in time, as it's not necessarily the quickest Roche attempt from the side of Liquid. OG Setting them up, here comes the Spirit leading in, and yeah, this Rosh, it's not falling fast at all. Just don't have the damage to do. They do have the self-sustain with the Vanguard, with the healing ward.
Split pushing top. This is, as long as they can stall Roche, this is really good for OG though. Miracle's probably just telling his team, I've got boots of travel, I can TP on a Spirit, I can TP on a Boar or a Hawk. Delayed as much as possible, and I'll take this tier 2 tower and then join up later.
Oh, here we go, jumping in onto the high ground with the Dragon Tail onto No-Tail, but he's fine. The Sunray heals out and he'll turn around. Look to lock down onto Mind Control with the Sunstrike as well between the two. The damage will be split. Can they find Mind Control? No, the mech comes out in time. Supernova, can they take it down? Earthsplitter coming on too. They will kill the Phoenix off. 1-for-1 at the moment, and now Liquid chasing down for more fodder. Blinks in, trying to get the damage onto Moon, but again, the stomp onto 4 from Crit, holding back the entire living lineup of Liquid, and they'll be able to disengage. Every time, these Echo Stomps.
The Echo Stomp's impeccable. And they got a bit unlucky that they didn't kill the Doom off there. He managed to get his ulti off on the Faceless Void. Otherwise, that fight could have gone a whole lot worse for Liquid.
I mean, this is the great thing we're seeing with these Echo Stops. It's essentially a Nagarol on a rather, reduced cooldown and on a hero that's actually pretty viable in the current meta. If you're hitting those stomps onto entire lineups, if you think about it like that, it's kind of ridiculous.
And you can also isolate one target. If you hit a 4-5 second sleep on the entire team, you just focus down one. It wakes that one hero up, but the rest of his team can't necessarily help him. So, mid lane. Thinking about initiating on Kuro, didn't manage to find him, but this OG side looking very potent now. We'll find out soon what No-Tail wants to go for. He saved up 2k gold.
I mean, would he go for the Blink straight after this and just rely on like Miracle to kind of get the damage in and the rest of the team to throw stuff into the Chrono?
The Blink works really well because you can still transition into carry later on. So having a Blink to just initiate off of, he can sell his Orb of Venom and make room for it. Means you can just hit those instant Chronosphere initiations. Moon's going to hit a Blink around the same time, so it means you can Blink, roll one, and then you can Chrono like the back lines. It just, when you have like a Beastmaster, he's always roaring that one here on the front lines. For Void, it's very hard to get to the back lines at that stage of the game, and that's where the Blink Dagger becomes a really strong item when you've got a Beastmaster in your team.
And we can see now, of course, on the Phoenix Fly, he's managed to just finish off the Midas, so he's going to start gaining those levels and, of course, just increase the strength of that Supernova Habit, so it takes a fair few more punches. And we've seen already with the crowd control, the AoE that OG have, there is a lot of potential to hit Supernova pretty much every time. You just need to lock down a few of them on the side with a Chronosphere, with the Stomp, and you're getting that Supernova off in the middle of these fights.
Yeah, and ideally, Fly wants to hit that level 11 as soon as possible. Has the Midas, wants to just keep buying those Tombs of Experience whenever possible. That level 2 Supernova will be a game changer.
Yeah. It's going to be big. And we can see now with this smoke, they want to try and go.
Yeah, Jug is very good at bringing down the egg because he can Blade Fury off any Fire Spirits and then hit the egg without having to worry about getting stomped. And that's kind of the big thing.
Mid lane, jump onto Kuroki, bam.
And again, it's Liquid really trying to force this Roche, but it's not working well for them. Miracle again, split pushing the top lane.
Oh, and this Chrono, oh my goodness, from No-Tail, catching 3, Supernova from the high ground. This could be both of the Earthsplitter, catches 3 as well. The Supernova's still going. They've lost 2 on the side of Liquid. Matuma Man still trying to fight back here with the Blade Fury going on as well. They'll get the Who Stomp from the Doom onto the Fly Phoenix, but he gets himself out with the Icarus Dive. It's a 2 for 2. I think Liquid are very lucky that didn't go worse after being hit by a 3-man Chrono, 3-man Supernova, and a 3-man Earthsplitter. They managed to live through it.
Yeah, Miracle had TP'd in, was setting up to do a Deafening Blast, probably a media combo to follow it up, but got doomed by Mind Control just in time as the Chronosphere was...
Doom, man. That Doom saved them.
Yeah, there's a Sunstrike. Matuma Man needs to be a little bit careful here in the mid lane. Doesn't want to get too low. He's got a lot of minus armor, but look like Miracle's going to go for it.
Oh, eyes on to Jax at the moment. Miracle's still hanging around. He's not going to go in for this one, is he?
And he is now he is the most farmed hero and the highest level hero in the game.
This is a guy who got, what, 4 deaths in 5 minutes in the mid lane or something. I mean, it just goes to show, really. The next time your mid's calling GG after rotations have come for you a few times in the pub, just give them the link to this VOD.
For OG, it's been, hats off to Moon, the supporting crowd, Fly, No-Tail for just creating this space. He hasn't had to show up to any of these engagements. He's been in 13 of the 14 kills, but it's not by showing up. It's just by throwing Sunstrikes from afar. He's been constantly pressuring this top lane, getting tower gold out of this as well.
And at the same time, you know, you look at the side of Liquid, they're managing to deal with this really nicely. Yeah, you know, they haven't lost anything more than OG in terms of kills. They're falling behind slightly on individual net worth, as we can see on kind of the cores, but it's still very, very close, very, very early days here. And, you know, if you know, OG jump into a fight, they whiff some of these ults, they don't manage to catch the heroes that they need to very quickly. Farta can turn around with the help of Matumba Man and chop through your entire lineup.
Yeah, the big worry I think for Liquid is that like the Jug, their kind of main carry, is not exactly farming well, and the Vanguard is kind of geared towards taking objectives in the mid game, but being unable to take Roche and then go from there to taking like outer towers on the map. For the most part, Liquid have missed a lot of their key timings, and the later this game goes, the more potent OG's initiation gets. Raw and Chronosphere are going to be like the king of the late game.
So we can see as well, so No-Tail's build, yeah, with this Maelstrom. Mask of Madison to Maelstrom. This is really kind of the old school Void.
Yeah, 6.84 or whatever it was. I don't know. 6.83, one of those patches. The Void build of old. And it's great against the Dragon Knight because he's got all this armor, but as a Faceless Void, well, this is magic damage. You've got Time Lock as well as the Maelstrom procs. Purely magic. You've got Elder Titan to amplify the magic damage from the natural order. Both teams just scan
the same spot there. Oh, bit of scan on scan action. That was pretty nice.
I wish the scans would like it should like detect red if they're on top of each other or something.
That was nice. But what I do like as well, Mind Control, he's just picked up the Blink Dagger on the Doom, and we have seen how crucial it is. You know, if he manages to get that Doom onto Miracle, it just makes the team fight so much easier for Liquid.
Yeah. And No-Tail's the other really prime Doom target. If you can stop his Chronosphere coming out, fight becomes a lot more straightforward for their side, but as things stand, Liquid unable to take that Roche. They have got a Shadowblade now on Fata, so going for both initiation items in the Shadowblade and Blink. The first Shadowblade, always the one that can be very important to catch OG by surprise.
Let's see if he can do it. He's actually going to walk up. So a fair few members. He'll get the lead in onto Crit. He needs some backup. Here we go. Jarek's rolling in straight away with the silence, and Crit's gone. Nice pick off there. Oh!
Career.
All right, they'll take that one.
This could be enough for a Roshan. It's still very risky. You look at the team fight combo of OG as well as the fact they can try to get vision in the pit with a Hawk. And that's something that Liquid don't even know whether there's a Hawk on top of them on one of those cliffs. So,
and small little things as well, but a little bit of extra time created there because Miracle actually had to walk back to base, of course, to get his completed act and then TP back out because of the Courier dead. No-Tail with the 1-2, indeed with the Sunray from the low ground. Look at the combo coming out, catches down Jarek's, but Mount will get the Blade Fury off. They've lost one Supernova coming through, and now Liquid, they've got to run, they've got to hide. Tornado onto Mind Control, he's going to drop as well. Oh no, he's not! Actually surviving here with a regen of the Scorch Up. He's going to be able to get himself out, and it's Liquid hitting back hard. They've taken down 3. There's been a buyback here. We can see if they can find a 4th. Eyes onto Miracle. He jukes out the Boulder Smash. Turns around with the Cold Snap. Trying to start him, but Mind Control blinks in, slams him down with the Infernal Blade. And from the sidelines, Kuroki chucking in the impetus. Liquid absolutely styling over OG there. Again, we're seeing these chrono setups from No-Tail, the follow through with the Supernova. But just the amount of regen and sustain that they've got between the lineup, at this point, it's just not enough. Miracle, he hits a couple with his kind of Deafening Blast combination. The Blade Fury's there, and suddenly Liquid, they're turning around, they're moving back into the Roche pit, and you got to be a little bit worried if you're OG.
Yeah, Mind Control's just surviving these chronos on like these small slivers of HP every time. This time around, the Sunstrike actually missed, which was the big deal there, because then they had to commit a bit more. They tried to kill Mind Control after, they couldn't do it, and it meant the Void actually ends up getting doomed. If he doesn't get doomed there, he can then start right-clicking away at the Jug. The Jug probably doesn't kill off the Supernova egg, so very small thing meant a hugely one-sided team fight. I think OG just straight up win that. If that Sunstrike lands, I think OG win the team fight. Void doesn't get doomed. Void can then control the Jug.
Oh, look at this. God's going into the Roche pit. There's the Earth Splitzer setup. They haven't managed to take down Roche, but the Omni Slash coming through. Straight onto No-Tail, and No-Tail's gone. They've lost their carry. They've lost their Void. Infernal Blade onto Moon, and now with the chase down, the Blade Fury, they should be able to find themselves. Whenever the crits come through, and they'll find it. Matumba Man with a second takedown. Liquid defending the pit. And OG starting to crumble here. Liquid going from strength to strength, and they'll be able to find this Roche, find themselves the Aegis, and I feel as well on the front of that, we're kind of seeing the weaknesses of the carry Void, I feel.
Yeah, right there, it's just getting controlled, unable to get off his Time Walk to heal himself up against the Omni Slash, and Omni Slash just shred him apart with the Mask of Madness pickup. For OG, it's just been a slight slip in execution where Liquid is just finding some incredible team fights.
Fly, he's already used the dive, of course. Jarek's with the chase down, and hey, thought he was nerfed. That's cute. Oh, okay. Supernova.
He missed.
Oh, Jax. Okay, it was nerfed. Good job, Ice Roll. Thank you.
Seems pretty good to me.
All right. Okay. Fly. Nice play. Very nice play.
I like how he waited to Supernova until like for the roll, so he like rolled through the egg. Oh.
That's good. I like that as well. A lot of sun stuff going on in it. Supernovas, sun strikes. Damn. That's some very, very flashy stuff. I mean, this is a great game. 26 minutes in, 16-21. We're seeing little stuff like that that's kind of peeling it back for OG. But Liquid definitely off the back of the last few team fights, they've got to be feeling pretty good about themselves. It's just been a little less coordinated from OG and really tightly done from the side of Liquid.
And they know if they can go to late game where it's just a farmed Invoker, they've got Doom, which is one of the kind of best utility heroes to have when your opponents just have one scary farm carry. So the Void, the Beastmaster, these heroes kind of need to keep up. We see Moon, Necro 3 building towards a Vlad's now with the Blink Dagger already up. Void going straight into a BKB himself. BKB almost like essential against the late game Dragonite when he's got this 9-second cooldown Dragon Tail, but there's a lot of spells which go through it. The Impetus, Doom, the Omni Slash, so it's not going to be a full solution necessarily for the side of OG.
See what you're able to achieve here, starting to make this move up on the top lane. So going to be the full Silver Edge now done for this DK, Mr. Fata. So we'll see what he's able to achieve with this one. Oh, at the moment, moving in, looking for the wraparound. Still a tier 1 top and all Moon. He spotted out Mind Control, and Mind Control left totally alone here. He will get punished out. Ganks the gank essentially, but still, it's a kill that OG will be happy with. Mind Control's been having a pretty nice game so far, and he's been quite an issue in these team fights. We've seen some very, very effective Dooms come out.
Yeah, I mean, he's 1-4, but it's really been just how long he stays alive.
Usage, and every time he's getting them out.
And with the Greaves now, he's going to be even harder to kill. When he gets down to low HP, he gets that bonus HP regen and armor aura. Books here will not see the smoke coming through. So everyone's out already.
Yeah, they're already suspicious.
Moon doesn't have a TP, but he's going to just chop his way towards that side shop, I imagine.
He should be A-okay. Meanwhile, Miracle getting the space down bottom, still keeping himself the top of that board. Very, very close neck and neck with Fata on his Dragonite. So it's very, very tight between the two. This is, of course, the impressive thing for the DK, being the fact that this is Miracle running that Midas, and Fata's able to keep up on a DK. You know, not necessarily one of the fastest farmers.
Yeah. You see what Miracle gets with this. Is this it's going to be a Lincoln Sphere. Let's say Lincoln Sphere against DK and Doom. Yeah. Very, very good. DK has no way to break it, and he's often looking to Blink Stun Initiate. Similarly, the Doom doesn't have a way to break the Lincoln Sphere either unless he picks up a neutral creep. And even those, there's often cast times involved that make it very difficult to do.
Oh. Alright, we're not quite able to get out of the Dragon Tail there. But
Phoenix Ultimate Orb as well. Is this going to be a double? Probably Lincoln, like just... If you stack Lincoln Sphere on the side of OG, it's going to be really powerful in the late game.
That really could be the strat. Keeping alive some of these cores, and it is especially Miracle. There's no doubt about that. Oh, I'll see this top lane. Liquid getting themselves a bit of space. They will take down this tier 1, TPing down. Miracle, he's putting a lot of pressure onto this tier 2. Liquid, they are starting to send in the troops. Looking to hold off on the tier 2, but OG are there ready to fight. Nota just jumps straight in. They want to eliminate the Doom before the team fight comes off. The Sunstrike coming through. Mike Control, live with the Guardian Greaves. He might just do it. No, they will manage to take him down. Let's see if they can try and move in for more, but it looks like they'll just have to leave No-Tail behind, let the trade happen. And Crit, does he get himself out? No! The smash from Jax is on point, and Liquid, they'll clean themselves up a double kill for Fata on his Dragonite.
Again, it's just Doom a little bit too tanky, and OG pay the price for going on him. A great Boulder Smash initially from Jax stunned both the Void and the Invoker, and just bought Doom time to survive, get the Guardian Greaves off, and really turn that around in favor of Team Liquid.
That really is some great play from Jax this game. Just little things like that to set up. It's not necessarily been one of his kind of flashiest performances. As we see 369, they have been able to pick him off a few times, but still just showing us how much this hero can do when he's sat at the bottom of the net worth of 3k. You know, this hero does not need money. He just needs the levels to get in. The control is there, and it's just little things that he pulls off and ensures the kills for the side of Liquid. Well, they found Fly here. I'm working with the Dragon Tail. Nice Tornado. Oh, nice juke. Link up to the high ground. It means they won't get the kill onto Fly, but they do make sure that Miracle's not going to be able to turn around and drop a combo onto that Dragonite.
Take out the ward. forward and move on from there. Lincoln Sphere complete on Miracle makes the initiation for Liquid a little bit more tricky moving forward.
This is really nice close stuff. 18 to 23. We're seeing a very strong showing from both sides. And looking towards Notail, he has just about finished off his BKB. It's been a little bit slower than he kind of hoped. We've seen a few situations where he has jumped into the fight. He's normally been on the front lines, and he has still been taken down. But maybe with the BKB, that's going to be less of an issue, and he does get the chance to actually do a little bit of damage, kind of post-dropping the Chronosphere.
Yeah, and it means even if you go initiate in with your BKB and you get doomed, you're not getting hit by other spells, so you can just fight while you're doomed up BKB on. It gives them just a lot of flexibility in these team fights to guarantee a decent amount of damage output.
And this is interesting. Well, looking at Matuma Man, this is something that I feel we've seen. I can't remember who it was, but another Juggernaut did this, where they pick up the Battle Fury later. It's 31 minutes in. He goes for it then after the Vanguard and the Mansa style.
Just to give you that kind of split pushing threat, you're at that stage of the game where there's a good chance he just wants to be able to push out these lanes as fast as possible, and also just even at 32 minutes in the game, it's still a very efficient farming item to pick up, and it gives you damage in team fights.
Look at this Miracle setting up the vision. They'll jump straight in with the raw anti-Jax, the Necro units as well, ripping through this Spirit. Oh, Tornado. That's going to be off point. Fighter sidesteps it. We'll be fine, but OG now with the Necro 3 units out, the Forge Priz as well. They're ready to get on a very strong push on this top lane, and they do have that Chronosphere if they see an option to fight.
You get a lot of damage out. No glyph. This tier 3 tower going down very quickly. OG may just back off after taking it, but damage has been done. They've now forced the entire Liquid side to rotate back top, so that in itself is kind of an accomplishment. They can just fall back, farm the bottom side of the map, farm the enemy jungle, and Liquid definitely losing out a bit there.
Absolutely now. Just playing it safe, OG. They've experienced a few bad team fights. They don't want to find themselves in another. Looking at the levels, of course, very important for Fly. He's and money as well. 2k on this Phoenix, level 14. So that level 16, he's going to get there sooner than later. And obviously, once he gets that Supernova online, it's going to be even harder for Liquid to deal with these fights. But it's all about OG hitting these huge ultimates. You know, as we've seen, without them, they just don't have the damage and control to deal with Liquid. They just kind of fight around them, and then they just go back in. And OG, they have to get themselves out. Otherwise, Liquid are normally cleaning up.
Yeah, but the later this game goes, like the more reliable things like a Roar becomes, because you get two of them. You get the Refresher Orb up later on. The Void Chronosphere, you get to a stage where all you've got to do is hit one key carry hero, and then you take him out, and the Chronosphere's done its job. If that's a dead Dragon Knight or a dead Jug, you're going to win the subsequent fight, because the Void, the Invoker, are going to be just so farm that they can deal with a 5v4 fight, regardless of the fact if they don't have a Chronosphere or not.
And look at this positioning for Miracle at the moment. He has the Hawk by his side, so starting up, I mean, anyone that walks up certain targets, maybe Jarax, you know, he is going to be able to pick them off on his own.
Yeah,
looks like he's not going to get anything for the time being. Actually starting to walk over.
The idea is he can insta-blink away if he gets found, but he needs to be a bit careful here.
He's good. He's just styling.
Yeah.
Fine. Just keeping tabs on them.
It's one of those things, if you're Liquid, you run into him, you're like, oh crap, run away. It's a
so
super high-level Invoker, and you just expect him to have backup at this stage of the game. Kind of pseudo mind games. Jug picks up the follow-up Blink Dagger.
I was going to say, he's getting for his farm quite a treat. You know, suddenly Battle Fury, suddenly Blink Dagger, and in the jungle.
And this is the item which allows you great mobility, and also you can split push lanes with plenty of defensive options. You can Blade Fury, Manta, blink away. You see a hero come your way. If you're fast, you get out of there.
And as we just saw that, what's really nice, of course, with this Lincoln Sphere, fired up with the Silver Edge, wanting to set something up on the Invoker, but he just can't. He just looks, he's like, well, I know I can't do anything about this. The Blink Out's already going to be there. Whoa, Notail jumping in, gets the Chrono. He has been doomed, but the Chrono already holding fire and plays the Earthsplitter, following through onto 2, but Miracle just taken down by Anomaly Slash, and now Liquid move in, looking for more. Eyes onto Notail, still roared up. There'll be the Roar from Beastmaster, holding Matuma Man. Doom brings down Notail. It's a double kill for Matuma Man. There's a Supernova on the sidelines. In fact, Fada walking past the Sunny Walk, too close to it. Will get taken down. There'll be a buyback from Notail, getting himself into the fight. The bashes onto Jerax. Will find the Earth Spirit. 3 down now on Liquid, and this buyback from Notail could be working out if they can find some more. Crit with the chase down onto the Jug, looking for Matuma Man. Have they got the control to deal with him? He's burning down, ticking low. Again, looking for the stomp setup. They'll find it. They'll get themselves nice and close to the boy, and with the Sunray, they'll take him down here. OG with a very nice defense around the tier 2. Kuroki's trying his best to pick off Fly. Isn't going to happen, and Notel moves in. Gets the first hit bash, and this should be a team wipe here for the side of OG. Kuroki will make them work for it, but the bash, the Maelstrom procs RNG on Notel's side today. Back up to 24 to 25, and just like that, OG regain what was starting to slip away from them this game.
Yeah, fantastic team fight, considering they did that all without their Invoker. Did cost them a Faceless Void buyback, and wasn't the best initiation from OG by any means. The Chronosphere just on the Dragon Knight only works if they kill him off, but with the Heart plus Armlet, Vata was just way too tanky to be brought down there, and OG perhaps a bit of tunnel vision as they initiate on the Dragon Knight, perhaps not scouting out the Heart of Taras because he survived a long time, but they win the fight off of the Void buyback. They now secure themselves an Aegis, and this is a very useful pickup from Miracle moving into the next big team fight.
Because now, what do you do about this man? He's got a Lincolns. You're going to want to get through the Lincolns to then doom him, but then he's going to come back with a second life. So chances are Miracle's always going to be able to do what he needs to in these team fights for the side of OG with this Aegis under his belt. And we're seeing already, the fact that Crit's now finished off a Veil. I mean, with this natural order and the Veil of Discord, I mean, the amount of damage output that Miracle has is going to be absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, the Veil as well.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. And the BKB status is just it's 0. There's just the Blade Fury on Jug to negate magic damage. That
really is. I mean, it may even be a game where you feel the Jug might have to contemplate getting a BKB for himself.
Yeah.
To just fight into this. Oh, I mean, look at that.
DK's going to be rushing right into it, I feel, at this stage of the game. And yeah, the Heart was great that last fight, but he's going to need Magic Immunity because that 3.5k HP is not going to look like it's that much once he gets a Veil and Natural Order on top
Miracle.
of it.
He's eyeing it up. Oh, blink, 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 blink. No.
Can't really combo down the Juggernaut because of the Blade Fury, unfortunately.
The Moon was around in the neighborhood. Maybe if they could have got a Raw to lead off, then they would have had the chance. But as you said, it's still quite an elusive target, even for Miracle and his masteries here. He's 8-7-10. He really has made a real comeback in this game that he got beat down at the start, and it just goes to show that you can put that kind of focus on the mid laner, but it's going to mean that elsewhere, as you said, the supports from OG were having a relatively good time. It got to that point where we were seeing them turn around, starting to set off stuff with the Sun Strikes. Yeah, we've gone through this mid-game portion where Liquid still have hit back very, very hard, but you're looking at the net worth, and it is Miracle's Invoker at the top, and we know this is going to be a huge issue if OG hit their ultimates.
Very close to Kura Mind Control up top, but doesn't look like he's going to go scouting.
Oh, he might be able to. Can he sniff them?
Gosh. Mind Control walks past a second after Miracle was at the secret shop.
This is very, very spooky here for Liquid. Diffusal Blade from Timberman. I mean, this man, I don't know where he's getting these items from. They just keep appearing out of thin air. He really is getting through them. Blink, Manta, Diffusal, Vanguard, Battle Fury. This man's very scary. We've seen how effective the cleanup can be from Liquid after kind of towards the end of a fight. Yeah. But the jump, the potential is just a lot higher for OG. So Liquid have to be so careful with the positioning and just try and be as aware as they can on the whereabouts of OG and mid lane.
Why would you want to fight with this Aegis, it looks like?
I want to try and achieve something far out on the back. Looking for a wraparound. But again, he can't really do anything on his own about disabling Miracle. Now Lincoln Sphere. Well, Mayone now done for Notel on his Void, and OG, they really want to try and do something with this.
He's got to respect the gem pickup on the Beastmaster when he's making those flanks.
And Lord Jerax again, the poor man, or maybe not. Magnetize coming through, Miracle has to back off. Being dropped onto the boy, and here with the Raw follow, they're looking to take down Kuroki on the sidelines. Meatball to the face, and he's gone. We have to get that Matuma man coming in. Lincoln's has been popped, but again, aren't going to be able to find the follow-up. He's got the Blade Fury. Will take down Moon on the Beastmaster. That will be the gem going over to the way of Liquid. For 1-for-1.
Void's got Chronosphere soon.
Yeah, he's got to just wait for the Doom to come off. And in fact, Fada and Matuma man jumping in, looking to focus down Notel, and there won't be any Chrono anytime now. 90 seconds off for the sidelines. Fly pops the Supernova. They're trying to come in, trying to take it down. They're not going to be able to get the hit through. They've got to back themselves off. Crit on the sidelines, being chased down by Fada. The Lincoln's protecting the Phoenix from Matuma and Crit. He's going to go for the TP out. Is he going to make it? Dragon Tails through. Miracle on the sideline, still trying to play around, but he's incredibly low. Matuma coming in and will be taken down. Possibly one more touch. The Aegis is gone. Crit looking for the stomp. Sleep onto Fada. Alrighty, Miracle needs a lot of help here on the sidelines. He's been left alone here. He'll try and walk it away, but the Sentry, the Omni Sash, the hate is real. He goes down. Crit looking for the stomp. Went on to Jax. Man's coming in, he drops an Earth Splitter, and he's not going to find anything on the back of it, and they'll find Crit as well, and this is what we're talking about. Liquid when they disable those key heroes, as you said, they get the Doom onto the Void, they're able to jump down with the DK, remove N0tail from the fight before he gets a chance off the back of the Doom to get that Chronosphere out, and suddenly it's still kind of easy going for Liquid as OG are kind of forced apart, and they kind of lose their rhythm. You know, they lose one of their key components. They don't know what they're doing.
It's just such a chaotic team fight, and when you've got heroes like a tanky, like when you're split apart in so many places, and you've got these tanky frontliners in like Dragon Knight and Jug, you're going to win those kind of fights and engagements. OG want like a well-coordinated Blink Raw initiation, a Blink Chronosphere to follow up, and I think Void needs a Blink because he's getting caught up by the Doom every single time, and the lack of Blink Dagger makes it hard for him to find these good Chronos. Doom is always finding him first, so... Fortunately for N0tail, he's been the prime Doom target, and he's the one who doesn't have a Lincoln Sphere. The Phoenix is mostly using the Lincolns probably on teammates in these fights, but N0tail maybe needing some way to kind of initiate himself. And
this is the point as well, where we're obviously talking about the strength of OG's lineup in terms of kind of these combos from Miracle, but BKBs are starting to get there. You know, you now got a BKB on Mind Control. Fada has got enough money for a BKB. So it'll be interesting to see if he does decide to get it on the DK, and he will. He gets himself the BKB as well. It's just going to be so good against OG's lineup. So, you know, suddenly the next fight, you're going to be having to deal with 2 cores having a BKB. And that's just going to be infinitely harder for the side of OG to deal with.
Yeah, and full 10-second BKBs as well. So a lot of this damage output from OG's side is relying on the just magic damage in general.
I mean, at this point, you've really got to rely on getting that Chrono off before they hit the BKB. And as you said, without the Blink Dagger, that's not necessarily the easiest of targets here for N0tail.
Yeah, the Chrono and the Raw, they're grouped up, smoking under the enemy side of the map.
Oh, this could be good though. Gets it out, Mind Control. He was quick on the reflexes. It might not save him though. The damage coming through with the bashes here, bringing him down. They'll find it. Now they'll look for a second one here. Crit being controlled. The Supernova from Fly. It's pretty big. It's pretty huge. Jarek's burning down. They'll lose the man here. Vada's in the middle of it all, but the bashes there keeping him down, and they'll find another one. 4 heroes still Liquid. There'll be a buyback from Mind Control. Only losing Crit there, and this time we said it would be hard for N0tail to hit those key Chronos, but that was perfect. Chrono into Earth Splitter. Phoenix just laying down the damage from the sidelines. Fly again. It's getting to the point, of course, with this level of Supernova that just can't take him down without kind of the full 5-man beating onto the sun. So it's working in that sense. They'll get a buyback out now from Matumba Man. These guys are smoked. They want to try and fight.
Just a great bold play from OG, going for that smoke into the enemy jungle, catching Liquid by surprise, and they win a big fight off of it. There's still 4 alive on the side of Liquid now, just the DK dead. And there's always that scare of, if you get initiated on by a Doom, DK buys back and just cleans up the fight. You don't quite know his buyback status, so OG gonna respect Liquid's high ground defense, and also the fact they don't have either Raw or Chronosphere, meaning their initiation is very limited right now. Golf.
Shiva's Guard now done for Fly. Crit. Grab himself for yours, just have a bit more control in these team fights, and also just in case he gets caught out by the silence from that Earth Spirit. And talking about Jax, he'll be able to come around to the jungle, get himself down. And what a ward there on the cliff.
The scary thing is, like, all of OG's heroes are going to scale very well into the late game. Having double Raw in the late game, having a Void who's built himself to be a carry. Now has the Blink Dagger. Okay, I love this pick up. He's needed this for a while.
Yeah.
Invoker, again, a great late game hero. Once he gets that level 25 Invoker, maxes out all his Quas-Wex Exhort, so things going to continue to look good for OG moving forward. On the side of Liquid, you have heroes like Earth Spirit who maybe kind of taper off a bit. The damage output is just nowhere near as reliable when you're up against all these BKBs, and even the Enchantress, not particularly farm this game. If you're going to farm Enchantress, great in the late game, but this is not where Kuro's at right now.
Indeed, he's starting to struggle to catch up. He has just finished off, he's got the Shiva's Guard now done on Enchantress, so this is certainly going to help in these big team fights. But we'll see how heavy OG want to go in on this top lane. We can see what the pings are coming out. They are going to get ready to move in hard up top. And we'll see indeed how well Liquid are able to stop this if OG do come in with this one.
Sure. How much OG really want to be the high ground pushing. But I think ideally for them, they're going to wait for a hero to come out to defend this lane and initiate on. They're going to chip at the range track just with Forward Spirits again. They're looking for that catch. They want to initiate in with a Raw or Chronosphere and get a kill or two before a fight breaks out. Pushing into Liquid's high ground as a 5-man unit, not going to be a good approach to this game. It's going to be Roshan respawning very, very soon.
That was unfortunate Sunstrike timing. Literally a few seconds before Rosh is up.
Does scatter Liquid right by their base.
See if they want to try and fight into that then. Let's have a look. They're sticking around in the jungle. Ping's coming through. No tail going in with the time walk.
No sentry there. I don't think he saw Fata.
It looks like both teams just going to be avoiding each other for the time being here in the jungle. And the ping's coming out to Rose. So OG maybe heading over, but as you said, you feel, I mean, do OG's line up, do they need to find a pick before going to Roche, or can they afford to just go in and kind of take it away from Liquid?
If they can keep this, like, if they can get the top lane pushed out and have a hero like Jug farming the top lane, then they don't have to get a pick off. But without pressure onto the mid and top lane, taking Roche is very risky for them. The DK has great initiation tools with the Blink and the Silver Edge. And Radiant Vision around the Roche pit is entirely reliant on the Hawks.
It looks like OG are going to be very, very careful about trying to commit for it.
Yeah. Big thing is here, OG have a lot of good vision in this dire jungle, which, despite Jarek's having a gem, he hasn't scouted either of these two cliffs recently, so OG see a lot of the Liquid movement right now.
Liquid moving around the map, Fada continues to farm on top of that. BKB just picked up 1,500 gold. But yeah, 30 for 30 at this point of the game, 46 minutes in. It's very crucial the next big team fight. Yep. It really could kind of be the setting stone for things to come as this game starts to get to the latter portion.
Refresh of a moon, so 2 Raws in the next engagement.
OG, again, kind of just teasing around with the side of Liquid, you know, just keeping the pressure in on all the lanes possible. Liquid, they've been going to look for a wraparound here as they come through the Radiant jungle.
They see everything. There's a dire ward on this cliff.
Oh, Liquid.
They see the entire OG side.
See if they can get the perfect jump in. They see Miracle, yeah.
They don't have any good ways to break his Lincolns is the problem.
Let's see what the plan is. With the wrap around, in we go. Box the Lincolns are beautiful. Gets the doom up onto Miracle, and Fada knows that. Follows through with the stun onto crit. At the same time, there'll be a Chrono on the back liners. Raw holding Fada in place. Nota trying to do it, but he hasn't got enough damage here on his own. Now with the Shiva's got the movement forward fly with the Supernova. Can they take it down? It looks like they can't. They just can't deal with the Supernova moon with the second ult. Onto Fada controlling him again. They have lost crit on the other time, but Miracle with the BKB. Fighting with the DK takes down one. That's two. Two dead at the moment on the side of Liquid. Can they find themselves more? They can. Jug's gone as well. Mind control to fall. And they're going to find themselves a 5th OG here with the perfect reaction. That's enough. GG. Straight out like that.
Liquid just went all in. I think recognizing that their late game wasn't going to hold up against the Void, the Beastmaster, like these huge ultis in late game scenarios, you don't match up well. And that's where Liquid's like, let's go all in. We've got the vision advantage. We can get the good jump. Doom had the ensnare creep, so he could break the Lincolns and then immediately Doom. But No Tail was so fast with that Blink Chronosphere, and that was kind of the key item.
That really was what it was. Just blocking off the rest of the team from getting themselves in the fight. And also what was really key as well was that refresher Primal War. The fact that Moon control